What were the USSR's cultural policies for its many nations? Imagine living in a country where dozens of different languages and cultures exist under one flag. The Soviet Union had to find ways to respect these differences while building a unified socialist state. The government recognized that each ethnic group had its own language, traditions, and history. So they created policies to support and develop these cultures, but within the framework of socialism. They called this approach national delimitation, which meant giving each ethnic group its own territory and some degree of self-governance. They set up autonomous republics and regions for different nations, like the Tatar Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic or the Bashkir Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic. These areas had their own local governments and cultural institutions. The Soviet Union also worked to develop native languages. They created writing systems for languages that previously had none and established schools that taught in those languages. This helped preserve local traditions and made education accessible in people's mother tongues. The government promoted native literature, newspapers, and cultural activities to encourage pride in local identities. They wanted each nation to have its own cultural voice, while still being part of the larger Soviet identity. At the same time, the Soviet leadership believed in creating a common Soviet culture. They promoted the Russian language as a way to unite everyone. Russian was taught in schools across all republics, and many official documents and media were in Russian. This sometimes caused tensions, especially when policies shifted toward Russification, which aimed to increase Russian influence in non-Russian areas. During Joseph Stalin's rule, some national elites were purged, and autonomy was reduced to tighten control. The government also aimed to include minority representatives in government and cultural leadership. They wanted to show that all nations had a place in the socialist system. This meant supporting national theaters, music, and arts, and training local leaders to run cultural and political institutions. The idea was to build a Soviet people that transcended ethnic lines but still respected individual cultures. In practice, these policies tried to balance cultural expression with the goal of unity. They supported local languages and traditions but also emphasized the importance of socialist ideals and the Russian language. Despite some setbacks and repression, the Soviet Union aimed to create a society where many cultures could grow and develop within a shared socialist framework.